All right, are we ready to start, or you want to wait another minute?
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. We are here in the New York office, Albany and Buffalo, for a special DASNY board meeting. It's August 5th. Nancy, will you let us know who is here and who is not?
Jen's gonna call the roll.
Sure. Joining from our New York City office, there's Board Chair Lisa Gomez, Vice Chair Joe Gonski, Secretary Beryl Snyder, as well as Walter Odom and Debbie Watt. Joining from our Buffalo office is Janice McKinney, and joining from Albany are Joan Sullivan and Christina Hoffman.
Fabulous. Okay. So behind tab 1 is our one and only action for today. That's the Northwell Health Obligated Group. This is a single approval transaction, I believe. Is that correct, Portia?
No,
Oh, no, this is our second hearing. That's right. Sorry. Sorry, this is the adoption. And Matt Bergen will present this with co-bond counsel Eileen Heitzler of Oric and Natalia Pearson of Holly and Pearson.
Good morning, everyone. I certainly want to thank the members for getting together today to consider this financing on behalf of the Northwell Health Obligated Group. The resolution to proceed for this financing was adopted by the board at the July 8, 2026 DASNY board meeting in an amount not to exceed $800 million. Since that time, PACB approval was received on July 22nd, and the seeker analysis has been completed. And now, Madam Chair, I would like to hand the presentation over to our co-bond. Thank you.
All right, this is Eileen Heitzler from Oric, joined by Natalia Pearson-Farrar from Holly Pearson-Farrar. We are, as was mentioned before, serving as bond counsel on the Northwell Health Obligated Group Series 2026 transaction. You have before you for your consideration this morning 2 series resolutions, the 2026-1 and 2026-2 resolutions, authorizing in the aggregate up to $800 million of Northwell Health Obligated Group revenue bonds to be issued from time to time and a form of loan agreement. The proceeds of the 26 bonds will be loaned to Northwell Healthcare, Inc., pursuant to one or more loan agreements with the authority for the benefit of the members of the obligated group. The Series 2026 bonds, as is the case with prior bonds, will be secured by obligations issued pursuant to a Master Trust Indenture, or MTI. The obligated group currently consists of the following members, and it has grown over time, each of which is a New York not-for-profit corporation: North Shore University Hospital, Glen Cove Hospital, Plainview Hospital, Long Island Jewish Medical Center, Northwell Health Stern Family Center for Rehabilitation, Northwell Healthcare, Inc., Staten Island University Hospital, Huntington Hospital Association doing business as Huntington Hospital, South Shore University Hospital, Lenox Hill Hospital, Central Suffolk Hospital doing business as Peconic Bay Medical Center, Phelps Memorial Hospital Association, Northern Westchester Hospital Association, and the John T. Mather Memorial Hospital of Port Jefferson, New York, Inc. Natalia?
Good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good morning. The Series 2026 transaction. The Series 2026 bonds are expected to be issued as tax-exempt fixed-rate bonds and used to, 1, finance, refinance, or reimburse all or a portion of the costs of certain projects for various members of the obligated group, and 2, pay certain costs of issuance of the Series 2026 bonds. The Series 2026 bonds will be special obligations of the authority, payable solely from revenues which consist of certain payments to be made under the loan agreement and payments made under the obligations. The obligations to the authority will be secured by the gross receipts pledge of all members pursuant to the MTI. The series resolutions. The series resolutions delegate to various officers of the authority the power, among others, to establish 1, the principal amount of the Series 2026 bonds, not to exceed $800 million in the aggregate. 2, the date or dates on which any Series 2026 bonds will pay interest and principal and mature, which maturity may not exceed 30 years from the March 1st, immediately next succeeding the date of initial issuance. 3, the rate or rates at which the Series 2026 bonds will bear interest, provided that the true interest cost of the Series 2026 bonds will not exceed 7.5% if tax exempt and 10% if taxable. 4, the redemption date and prices and provisions for tender for purchase. And 5, the form of the Series 2026 bonds. There is no debt service reserve fund requirement in connection with the Series 2026 bonds. In addition, the series resolutions authorize the execution and delivery of one or more bond purchase agreements, loan agreements, and assignment agreements, and approve the draft preliminary official statement, authorize the final official statement, and authorize authority officers to do all other things necessary or advisable in connection with the issuance of the Series 2026 bonds. The Series 2026 bonds will be secured by 1, the funds and accounts established pursuant to the series resolutions, 2, the obligations, and 3, a pledge of payments to be made to the authority under the loan agreement.
A brief discussion of the MTI or Master Trust Indenture. As we mentioned, obligations are issued under the MTI, and those are part of the security for the bonds. Under the MTI, the members are jointly and severally obligated to pay all the obligations issued thereunder. Each obligation will be secured by a pledge of the gross receipts of the members of the obligated group, which consist of all revenue derived from healthcare and health-related services. Members of the obligated group may leave the obligated group. New institutions may join the obligated group, but only if certain debt service coverage tests and other conditions provided in the MTI are satisfied. The MTI contains a number of covenants. It permits members of the obligated group to incur additional debt, pledge or otherwise encumber a portion of their accounts receivable, secure that indebtedness on par with the obligations, all within certain prescribed limitations. The MTI requires members of the obligated group to maintain certain debt service coverage ratios, contain certain limits on the amount of cash and other property that may be transferred to parties that are not members of the obligated group. It's anticipated that certain amendments to the MTI that were executed back in 2022 and need a certain level of consent will in fact become effective upon the issuance of the 26 bonds. Just generally some other matters, the bonds are proposed to be sold through a negotiated sale to a syndicate of underwriters represented by Jeffries LLC. The bond purchase agreements to be entered into by the authority Northwell Healthcare Inc. and the underwriters contain terms and conditions which are customary in connection with the sale of bonds by the authority. With that, we ask if there are any questions or otherwise request that you adopt the series resolutions.
Thank you, Eileen and Natalia and Matt. Any questions, Albany? Janice?
No questions.
Health has recommended the approval as well. The first.
Anderson?
It's just a quick question for my own edification. It looks like a lot of the bond proceeds are going to be used for capital program upgrades at the different medical facilities. For bond proceeds, do the bond proceed dollars contain the same requirements for MWBE utilization when it goes through to the private institutions? Okay, thank you. That was just for my own knowledge. Okay.
Okay. Hearing no other questions, could we have a motion to approve? Thank you, Jerry. Could we get a second? Second. Let's give it to Walter since he's new. He needs to make a splash. Since he needs to make a splash. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. Any abstentions? No. Great. Motion carries. Transaction is approved. Unless there is any other business, we will now take a motion to conclude this meeting, and we will get together in September on the next meeting is September 9th. Okay, now Beryl, will you make a motion to? Thank you. Thank you. To adjourn. Thank you. To adjourn. Anybody for a second?
Second.
All right, Debbie, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Nobody, I know nobody's opposed. Great. Thank you guys for coming in August. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will see you in September with a whole new spate of things.
All right.
All right, thank you.
I know. Summer's over.
It's a world record.
I know. Good meeting.